Strong borders. We're going to have strong borders. We're going to have great trade deals. We're going to renegotiate NAFTA, and we're going to make deals. Instead of taking our companies, we're going to make the deals fair. And if they, I'll tell you honestly, very simple. If they don't want to renegotiate, you know what's going to happen? Bye-bye. We're finished. We're finished.
Donald Trump, earlier this evening in Fayetteville, North Carolina, talking about the economy, getting back on message after a controversial stop in Wilmington, North Carolina. Joining us via Skype from Miami, former political advisor to Donald Trump and legendary veteran Republican political consultant Roger Stone. Roger, let me ask you about today in the kerfuffle. It seemed like Mr. Trump started out on the economy, echoing what he said so well yesterday in Detroit. Do you worry about some of the controversy that inevitably accompanies Mr. Trump, or is it just a situation where Trump should be Trump?
JD, I've got to tell you, you're from Arizona, so you understand the history of Barry Goldwater. The mainstream media is trying to Goldwaterize Trump because they can't deal with his arguments, nor can the abysmal record of Obama and the Clintons be defended. And since they don't want to talk about the IRS investigation into Hillary or the fact that we just learned that she armed ISIS and lied about it, instead, we're going to nitpick Trump and unfairly interpret his words. So the media claims that he advocated gun violence against his opponent when he said gun owners can affect the election, meaning their voting power. It's a smear. It's a mainstream media smear. The bias in the media is unlike anything I have ever seen, JD.
There are other controversies that go on, some that we need to address. For example, Newsmax TV political analyst Dick Morris offered an analysis video on the National Enquirer website. Do we have time to listen to what Dick had to say? Yes, here it is. Listen to what he said about a revenge plot in Russia concerning the emails.
So one way or another, Yeltsin would never have gotten reelected if it weren't for Bill Clinton. And Zhuganov would have become the president of Russia, and Putin would be back in power, along with his fellow communists at the KGB. But Bill Clinton stood in the way and stopped him. And what's going on now is that Putin is getting revenge against Bill Clinton by stopping Hillary Clinton from becoming president.
So that's what Dick Morris has to say. You have a little different take on this Russian thing. You wrote a column, last Friday? Give us your take, Roger.
Well, first of all, Dick Morris is a friend of mine, and I like Dick, and I like his wife, Eileen. But in this particular case, the Clinton-based charge that Putin hacked the DNC email is not true. The hacking was done by Crucifer II. He released this weeks ago, took credit for it publicly. When it got no traction, I think he took it to Julian Assange, who I think is a hero for exposing the police state. And Assange put it out anew. No Russian connection. Crucifer does not work for the Soviets. Now, as to why Putin may in fact prefer Trump over Hillary, it's very clear. Hillary is a neocon committed to war. It is the Clinton-Obama policies that have brought us to the brink of war. Trump favors a Nixon-like détente with the Soviets, where we work things out so that we can work together to crush ISIS, which they're doing a better job of right now than we are. So I can see why Putin might prefer Trump. Plus, he wants to deal with somebody whose word is good. And he knows Hillary Clinton cannot be trusted. She's a known liar.
Let's go to the phones at 1-877-NEWSMAX. That's 1-877-639-7629. And standing by with some comments for us is Rosalind. Rosalind, welcome to Newsmax Prime.
Thank you. I just want to comment on, you said before about the shooter's father being in the arena when she was speaking. Well, the local news here interviewed the father, and he said the Democrats came to his house, invited him, and when he said paid, they tried to blink it out, but we heard the word paid, gave him the seat where he was sitting and gave him the sign and told him what to say.
Well,
Yes, it was all set up. It was on the local news, our local 25 news here.
Rosalind, we
Florida.
appreciate you coming in from calling from Boynton Beach, Florida. It's a story we will follow up on. And let me ask Roger Stone right now, about 45 seconds remains in this particular segment, Roger. What about Sadiq Mateen behind Hillary last night?
Yeah, if this is indeed a paid dirty trick, which is what it appears to be, the man has been paid to appear there. I suspect this is done by David Brock of Media Matters for America, their chief dirty trickster. But I don't understand the logic. Having a murderer's father in the crowd is supposed to get them votes where? I'm not quite understanding, but it's despicable that they would elevate this kid's actions. In essence, it's extraordinary, and it may yet turn out to be a set-up dirty trick.
To be continued, Roger Stone, as we pursue this story. We will be calling on you in the days ahead. For now, sir, you have our thanks as you Skype in from Miami tonight. Thanks so much.
Thank you, JD.